Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where we are going to try out the new Nightflower Collection by Lethal Cosmetics. I have the palette right here, I also have the highlighters, and I have two of the liners. We are going to create a look with all of these things, including the highlighters, and I am going to let you know what I think about this collection, if I think that this is the normal Lethal Cosmetics quality or not. I'm going to show you some swatches, we're going to do the whole works, and if you haven't been there before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty and makeup related. I especially love things that are a little bit more colorful, and I love indie brands. So this is going to be two of my favorite things in one video, so I hope you're excited, and if you want to see some more makeup videos, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos a week. So Lethal Cosmetics did send this to me in PR, but this video is not sponsored. I do have a non-affiliated code with Lethal, and I will leave that down below as well in case you want to save some money. And if you're living in the US, Lethal Cosmetics is also sold at Camera Ready Cosmetics, and I will link that as well down below in case you wanted to order from there. This palette is pre-made, which means that you can buy this palette like this together with the packaging and everything, but it has the holes on the back, which means that you can poke these out and you can put them in any order you want, or you can rearrange the shadows that is my dog in the background, that you have from Lethal from before. This pre-made palette is $50. You can buy all of these shadows as singles in case you only wanted to pick up a few. I will swatch this in the order that the palette is. This palette came like this. I don't have the names here, but usually the names on the shadows are on the back, or maybe not. I'm not 100% sure, but you can like make your own palettes at the Lethal Cosmetics websites. That is just what I'm trying to say. I also got two of the liners. The liners from Lethal Cosmetics are amazing. Will say the longevity of these liners are not amazing. A lot of the liners that I have from before are a little bit dried up, and also this one, that's the light blue one, that's called Harmony. It looks a little bit off on the inside in a way that I have not seen before. As I am filming this part, I have not swatched any of these, but you have seen some swatches on this side. This other one that's called Polarity, which is a darker, which I would call like a thundercloud blue, because it's like a storm blue. This one does not have that one, so we'll see if there's any difference once we get to using these. There were two other shades in this collection as well, but I love blue, and I actually do reach for blue eyeliners from time to time, so I thought I'd take the blue ones and not the other ones, because I don't want to, like, PR is all fine and dandy, but there's no point in me like getting stuff just to get stuff. Like, free makeup is not the best part of PR. The best part of PR is getting stuff early. I did get this collection on the day that it launched, but it was a Saturday, and I am like a broken record, but I just moved to the US with my husband from Sweden, and we have had so many things to do, so my weekend was just filled with stuff. Otherwise I would have filmed with it and already had it up, but it's Monday as I'm filming this. I'm doing the best I can. There's also 3 highlighters in this collection, and I did ask for all 3. These came in sleeves. I didn't know that this didn't come in pans as they had before, so next time I order from Lethal, I will try and buy a palette that has like 3 slots like this, because I have one of those before. I'll pop up a picture and show you how it looks, because you can buy these as singles or in single pans or in palettes as well. And I love the highlighter formula from Lethal, and that's why when they asked me which ones I wanted, I was like, can I have all 3? Because I love the highlighter formula from Lethal. These are, as I'm looking at them, it seems like this is a purple to blue, this is a pink to yellow, which is definitely what we're gonna use, and this seems like a, I'm gonna swatch them. The Lethal Cosmetics highlighters, oh, look at that. This is a green. This is a green to blue. This is a gold to pink. And this is a pink to blue. Oh, that is my phone. Bank is calling me today, so sorry if you hear my phone in the background. I'm telling you, so many things going on. So these are duochrome highlighters. As you feel the highlighters from Lethal Cosmetics, they feel a little dry and almost gritty. And the first time I felt them, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this. But they look beautiful on the skin. In case these look as beautiful on the skin as I'm used to them being. If you're wondering about any of the other things that I'm wearing on my face, including my sweater that I bought from Zara, the earrings are from H&M, I always have everything in the description box. If there's anything you're ever wondering about, it's probably in the description box. So I'm gonna wash these off, and let's zoom in a little bit and do a look. I'm so excited. Let's do something orchid, purple, blue, like undersea world thing. wow, I'm really building up my own talent here. Let's see if I can pull this one off. I usually like a more flimsy highlighter brush like this with a powder highlighter. So I thought that's what we're gonna do today. I really want to use this one that is a pink to a gold. I think I'm gonna spray my face first because I did set my face with powder today. I am reviewing the Makeup Forever foundation and I'm trying it with different primers and with different powders, and that's where I'm at today. I'll set it with powder. And I set it with a more glowy powder, so it almost looks like I have a little bit of highlighter, but I do not. So let's use this one. I will pop up the name of this highlighter on the side here, and also, of course, I will put everything down below. I just really like how the Lethal highlighters look on the skin. I've always thought that they looked really nice. This one has a little bit of a cast though. That's usually what duochrome highlighters do. But I don't think it's honestly bad at all. And usually if you go over something like this with a damp sponge, you will work it into the skin even better. Maybe I'll go over this with some setting spray just to make sure. But that looks pretty. This is the gold to pink. And I see the gold on the shift here, but in the direct light, it's mostly the pink one that's showing. That's really pretty. Like I said, I really like the Lethal highlighters. I will say the ones that are not duochrome are even more like, well, what I call them, even more like blinding on the cheeks. But this is really pretty. Did I have any blush on today? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go over this with a blush brush with no additional product. I don't think I have a blush on today. Maybe that's for the better. Maybe that's for the better. Oh my god. Look at the sleeves. I sprayed with this oil spray. I'm trying to use this oil spray up. Look at this. It's everywhere. Look. Oh my god. I'm really trying to use this one up because I'm not the biggest fan of these oil sprays. Oh my god. It's everywhere. Why? Yeah. After I use this one up, I will not be using or buying another one of those because they're just too much. They're too much. These are the way the sleeves look like that the highlighters come in, and this is what the boxes look like without the oil stains though, that the highlighters come in. Now I can throw those away. I just wanted to show you, and there's also a sleeve for the palette if you buy it, I guess in pre-assembled. Maybe if you use, because when you like buy palettes from Lethal, you can like, they have a palette tool where you can put your own palettes together. And I'm guessing as well you could pick this purple palette because you can usually pick which color you want your like palette to have. And I guess you get the sleeve then as well. Okay, let me do some primer and we can get into the application. I know from before, if this is the same Lethal quality as it usually is, which I think it's gonna be, the mattes are buildable to a point, and if you want it to be this dark, it's always the best to start with that. So I think I might start with this color and blend it out with maybe this lavender here, so we can have a, or do I want to do like a more orchid look, like a pink? No, I think I'm gonna do this this lavender, and I'm gonna use this one. I think those are the mattes I'm gonna use, but let me do some eye primer first. I'm so sorry that I don't know the names of these shades because I can't see the names in this pre-made palette, but I'm using the dark purple in the bottom here. I will try and put down below which shades I used, or if I'm able, you know what, I'll link the palette to a place, like a link where you can see the names, because I didn't swatch my shades around. They are in the order that they are like meant to be, so I will see if I can link to somewhere where you can see the shade names in case you maybe only wanted to get a couple, or if you want to see like shade descriptions or something like that, because I realize that a lot of times when I'm doing looks, I know people ask me like, why did you stop doing tutorials? I didn't stop doing tutorials. I just incorporate them in reviews instead because like I want to do both, but people just do not click on videos that says tutorials. But I realize that a lot of people are looking at these videos basically mainly for inspiration and not for like wanting to purchase something. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of the dark purple out here. I will say this is very, very beautiful and like a cool toned, smoky, purpley like shadow out here. That's actually very, very stunning. I really, really like that. So I think I'm gonna stop here, stop. And I'm gonna pick a brush that's, I was gonna say clean, but that's not possible in this household. My friends are making fun of me every day for not taking the proper time to clean my brushes. Oh, now I'm using the one that I wasn't gonna use. Let me actually take that one away. I was using the orchid up here, but I was gonna use the lavender down here. So abort mission, and let's go in with the lavender instead. Yeah, that's the one. We want to keep it a bit cool tone. So I'm just with this is a fat pencil brush. I'm taking this lavender and I am just pushing it on the edge. You can see boop, 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 just pushing it. And I'm also gonna push it in here in the rest of the crease, and then I'm gonna blend it with small circular motions, but pushing first. And you can see small circular motions. I am blending on this edge, and then I'm gonna go in again with the dark purple afterwards, and I'm gonna blend over so we don't lose the smokiness. Again, sorry about that. I don't think that was the bank. Me and my husband just got new phones because we weren't able to keep our Swedish phones when we switched to an American phone plan. And like all of our like alarms and everything got saved, you know, when you, because he had a Samsung and he still has a Samsung, and I had an Apple and I still have an Apple, and all of our settings and everything, alarms and like all of that, everything got transferred to the new phone. But the only thing that wasn't transferred on my husband's phone, all of his alarms got transferred, but not the signal, like the tune that he had chosen for his alarm. And the first morning that we woke up, I swear his alarm sounds like the ice cream truck. I was like, you know, waking up to this alarm, and I'm like, what kind of a tune did you pick, honey? Because it literally sounds like the ice cream truck is coming to visit. I actually really like how this came out. Isn't this pretty? And I mean, usually purples are a little bit harder to blend because the pigment that you use to make purples, especially when they're a little darker, usually is a little drier. But I mean, I do really like this. I did start with the darkest one though. That's important to keep in mind. Is that a cat hair? God damn. Okay, I am gonna use that like more orchidy shade that's up in the corner. I'm gonna use that under my eyes, and I'm really gonna smoke this out because I think I'm gonna layer some shimmers on top of this, but I just want to have just some kind of a foundation underneath here. I mean, this dark purple would have blended up beautifully into this as well, but I just wanted to keep it a little bit more cool tone on the upper part. The Lethal Cosmetics shadows are they're easy to work with. Like, they're blendable and they are pigmented. They're just not as buildable as like my absolute favorite formulas, but I feel like they're pretty, I don't want to say foolproof, but they are very easy to work with. But if you want it to be this dark, you kind of do need to, at least in my experience, need to start with the darkest shadow. But I don't think that that is a problem as long as I know it. Like, as long as I know how to work with a shadow and I don't have to be like surprised about it, that doesn't bother me. Let me just blend this edge with a little of the highlighter. I think that that is really pretty. Okay. What do I want to do for shimmers? I kind of want to do, this one seems like a red blue. Do you see the red blue? I see it in the monitor. So I think we're going to use this on the outer half of the lid. And I think we're going to do the two blues here, the turquoisey mint and the dark cobalt. I think we're going to do that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to leave it and I'm going to see what I'm going to do in my inner corners and inner part of my lid because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. So maybe I'll start with the dark blue. I am going to spray these because I know from before that the Lethal Cosmetics formula is best when sprayed if you don't want to use your fingers. And I have these claws, so for me it's really hard to use my fingers. Especially when I want to do detailed work like this, like it's not happening. Like, sweetie, I'm gonna poke my eye out. I'm gonna poke my brain out if I try to do this kind of work with my finger. It's not happening. I will say that is a stunning color, and now I kind of wish that I had put that on my top instead. Oh my god, did I just get shadow in my eye? Okay, let me do I'm gonna do a smaller brush, and I'm gonna do that like, maybe this is like more of a turquoise. I said this was a mint, but I honestly don't think it is. Yeah, that's more of a light turquoise. Skip the mint. If this is a mint, that is a lot of added coloring in that mint. Okay, now I'm picking up this shade here that is like the red to like purple, or like, I don't even know. I don't even know what this is. And we are gonna, we're gonna put that here. Ooh. Okay, that goes so well with that dark purple. I am so happy we picked that. I'm putting that on like the middle of the lid and towards the outer part. So maybe like 2/3 of the lid. Oh, it's like a reddish plum with a purple. It's looking a little crumbly in the pan, but like I said before, that is how Lethal's shadows tend to be sometimes. I feel like you need a glitter glue or a finger or a setting spray to make them like really not have a lot of fallout and to make them look this foiled. I'm just going over with a little bit of that dark purple, but I think that that looks stunning. That is really pretty. Okay, big fan of that. So what do I want to do in the inner part? Like I kind of want to do I want to do the same blue? I think I'm gonna do the same blue, and then maybe I'll do which highlighter was that was the blue one. I think I'm gonna do this one, that's the blue highlighter. Or this one was a blue to a purple, right? That was the one, right? The other one was a green. Okay, so I'm gonna use this highlighter. You can't really see, but I will put down below which one I'm using. I think I'm gonna do that one. So I'll do the bright blue. Okay, I'm having visions. Visions. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. I'm spraying it usually with like duochromes as well. If you spray them, they usually become a little bit more opaque. And if you want to use them as eyeshadows, I definitely recommend spraying a duochrome highlighter. But that is stunning as an inner corner highlight, right? Because it really shows up that like blue duochrome. That is so pretty. Let me do that on the other eye as well, and then we can get into the eyeliners. Okay, so I put this periwinkle, the one that's called Harmony, the one that had like little bubbles. I put that on one side and it performed just like usual. So I think that there was just like, it probably just dried a little weird after production because it like performs like usual. I'm just putting it in my waterline. I'm letting it dry. This is the bent eyeliner brush by Makeup Geek. I don't know if they still make this, but they should because it is the best eyeliner brush ever. And I had it for years and I am never getting rid of this one unless it's like literally breaking on me. This one that is called Polarity. I thought we used this one on my lid then, right? Like just doing a line. Ooh, that's pretty. What I really like about these liners is that they're very easy to work with. They go over shimmer shadows. They even work as an eye base if you want to use that. And they're like really easy to work with. But since they're so creamy, I will say they do dry out. And I don't love that aspect of them. I wish that that wasn't true. I'm doing a little thicker line than I usually do because I want you to be able to see the blue. Maybe like that. Is that a nice one? Okay, I elongated it a little bit, but I really like it. This is just one layer. I haven't done anything else. I really like it. I'm gonna put on some lashes. I'm gonna finish this look up and, I don't know, brush my hair. Is that a thing that we're doing? I like it. This liner is beautiful. I love this blue color. It is stunning. I did end up using this lighter shade. I usually hate like light shades like this. I ended up using it a little bit on my brow bone to like blend out the shades a little bit. And I also didn't brush my hair because I was kind of living for this like messy look. It's kind of cool, right? I really like it. I feel like it went with this like dramatic, like 70s makeup, but today. That's how I feel. Also with like the one shoulder. Isn't this like, or maybe like late 70s, early 80s? I really do enjoy this palette. I think it's really beautiful. I will say, just like from using it, I think that this is the normal good Lethal Cosmetics quality. I did read up about this a little bit while I was out, and these are supposedly like 2 multichromes, and I'm not 100% sure. Maybe this one is supposed to... I will say, this one is probably supposed to be a multichrome. Like, I see it here, it's like a red, and then it's like a purpley teal. Yeah, I can see 3 colors in this one. This is a purpley plummy teal, but when I look from the side, it is more red. This is a multichrome, sure. This one is probably also described as a multichrome. This is a purple with a pink shift. And I look at the side, it has a little bit of a lavender to gold. Probably also a multichrome. This one is just a purple. This one could be as well. This is like a gold to a peachy pink. This could probably be as well. I will say, and this one is more of a like a blue. I will say, this is what I think about the colors. The multichromes in these are more affordable than multichromes from like Cleonad or Divina or Terra Moon, but they're also more subtle, like this, and this. Yes, they do have that multichrome shift, but you can't really see it as prominent on the lid as you can from those brands that are a little bit more expensive. And the reason why those shadows are more expensive is because like there are more of the multichrome pigments in there, and the pigments that are shifting like that, those pigments are really expensive. So usually, I'm saying usually because I have seen this not be true as well. Usually you get what you pay for. These are all stunning, they're all beautiful, and I can see the shifts, but they're not as prominent as they are in some of those shades where you pay like $20 for a shade. But they're still really pretty, and I will say all of these 3 multichromes that I see here are really good. I did do a swatching of the multichrome palette that Lethal Cosmetics had just before Christmas, and I did think that some of those were really good and some of them were a little bit lacking, but here I will say that I think all the shimmers are really beautiful. Okay, those are my final thoughts. Let me know what you think down below, and also don't forget to subscribe because I will have a video again tomorrow, and I will see you then. Bye!